Good Erev Shabbos, everybody. It's such a momentous time, filled with potential and possibility, maybe a little nervousness and anticipation and excitement as we get ready for Rosh Hashanah 5783. But before then is Shabbat Parashat Nitzavim. What a beautiful parasha to prepare for the new year. Speaking about all of us standing together in all our diversity, reflecting on our covenant with God. And the Parashat HaTshuvah, the story that links together our relationship with God and our relationship with our covenantal land, Eretz Canaan, Eretz Yisrael, and that even if we stray and are dispersed amongst the nations, ultimately we return. We return to God. We return to the land. And the theme and the word that appears alongside the movement and the verb of lashuv, of returning, that appears so much is the lev, the power and the role of the heart. Often in the turning away, with the language of someone who levavo foneh, or v'im yifneh levavecha, that the movement away from God, the movement away from the covenant, is described as a turning of the heart. What I want to interpret from this is the understanding that our heart's instincts are good. That when our heart is left undeterred, unturned, it's oriented towards God. It's oriented towards good. It's oriented in the right way. It's only that sometimes life and the vicissitudes of life, circumstances and challenges, turn our hearts away from where we hope and desire to be directed, away from sometimes even what's best for us for one reason or another. The journey of tshuva is not just returning, but it's, and this is very much Rav Kook's teaching of tshuva, freeing up our hearts to be as they always want to be, as they always are directed to be, which is towards God. And that's why the language of tshuva is umalet levavecha, God's partnership with us once we're ready to v'hashevota el levavecha, to bring everything back to our hearts, to bring the awareness of God's presence, of the goodness of a life of Torah and mitzvot, of the power of interpersonal repair. When we bring all those things back to our heart, then umal Hashem elokecha et levavecha, then the Lord our God circumcises our heart, removes those accretions, those foreign things which have been piled up on our hearts, and allows our hearts to be as they instinctively, naturally are, oriented towards God, oriented towards good, oriented towards each other. So my tefillah, my bracha, is that if, as inevitably happens in life, our hearts are turned, that these be days when we free them up, just like the steering wheel after a turn. If we loosen our grip a little bit, it naturally corrects on course. So even though these are days of intensive focus, may they also be days of gentleness, of loosening, of freeing up our hearts to auto-correct to the path of God and the path of good, and how powerful it is that we do that best when we gather together. Nitzavim hayom kulchem, all standing together, facing the people that help us comprise community, that hopefully bring out the best in ourselves and in each other. Looking forward to doing that with you this Shabbat, this Saturday night on Zoom, when we hear from Potts, our incredible partner and leader in the Bronx, teaching us about homelessness and how we can make a difference. And as we get ready for the tefillot of these days and the togetherness of these days, may we help our hearts correct just by turning back to the way they always are, the path of good. Shabbat Shalom, Shana Tova Umetuka, to our Bayit family and all of you.